This channel is all about cinema cameras, cinema related gear. But whichever way we want to look at it, live streaming, multicam is going to be the way. It is the future. It is going to be the thing that takes over content creation. We already know this from the last couple of years. We've already seen big companies like Sony take their cinema line into the live streaming space, multicam, PTZ. That stands for pan, tilt, zoom if you don't know. And even companies like Arri with their new expansion packs for the Arri Alexas 35s. Every company, no matter how big they are, whatever cinema cameras they make are moving into that live space. It's the future and we know it. So what we're going to talk about today is a new product from OBSBOT called the OBSBOT Talent. This is the bridge that I personally was looking for to bridge my cinema cameras with my live streaming cameras. So who are OBSBOT and what is the OBSBOT Talent? OBSBOT are a company who has been making webcams for many years now, and they have a lot of cameras on the market, such as the Tiny 2, which has been very popular. But their latest offering, which is the Taylor, has taken a lot of the live streaming world by storm. The Talent is where everything changes. This 5-inch monitor can not only allow me to see my camera images in good quality, but it's also a recorder, a streamer, and a multi-switcher, and so much more. So let's get into the unboxing. When opening the box, the first thing we're greeted with is the Talent. A nice looking unit that's made of full aluminium with only a hint of plastic here and there. Looking around the unit, we can see the various ports. We have an Ethernet port, an SD card for media and recording, a USB-C for HDMI, a 1/4-20 mount and a 12-volt DC port. We have a HDMI 1 and 2 and a USB that also can be used for recording, transferring media and for setting up webcams. On the top, we just have a plastic strip with the logo, which houses the Wi-Fi antenna. And we also have another USB-A, the same as before, a power button, headphones and a mic. On the rear we can see the fan and the dual NPF slots for hot swapping and the tally lights at the top. When you lift up the monitor you can see the DC plug and various different plugs for different regions. We also have a really quality sun hood which is made of full metal. Very nice design. And with the screen being 350 nits, we're going to need this for bright scenarios. We also have these two little feet here that slot into the NPF battery plate. These feel very sturdy and very strong. Once you've put these on, you can then stand your OBSBOT Talent in any configuration that you want. They're also sturdy enough to allow you to tap on the screen whilst it's standing up. Then you can just set it on the table and have it as your main workstation. So now we've unboxed the Talent, let's go and connect it up and see what it can do. Okay, so we've got the unit set up now and we're just going to have a quick look at what's going on here. I'm not going to go through every single thing, otherwise we're going to be here all day. So I just want to show you how you connect it to your cameras, to your cinema cameras or normal hybrids, and how you can create some sort of scenario. So let's just have a look at the tablet interface first. Now, I don't want to oversimplify this, but I just want you to kind of look at this as a Android tablet. So when you swipe down from the top, you have all of your Android stuff going on here. You got your brightness, screen brightness and dim. You've got your headphone volume. You've got your external screen settings. So at the moment we are sending this unit connected by the USB-C directly out to the external screen. And from there we can do a clean feed, a multi-view. So let's just go to the multi-view so you can see what that kind of looks like. There's the multi-view there. And there's loads of different settings you can do on here. So in fact, I'm going to leave this on multi-view for the meantime. And we've got cellular connection, Wi-Fi, Ethernet, Bluetooth, all of the connections that you would expect. Down here, you can see all of the cameras I've got connected. So the 3 tail layers are connected by NDI. So that's over Wi-Fi. And then we've got the Sony FX3 over HDMI. So let's come out of there. Coming to this little section here, we can create a show. Now, this is where we create what we call a show. Once you've created your show, you will see all of these icons here, and you can add in whatever kind of things you want. I've got all of my cameras down here, and I've also got some video playing there, which we're going to use as a demonstration later. And in this button here is our streaming settings. So you can access this from a few different places. I've got it connected to YouTube at the moment, and you can also do Twitch, Facebook, RTMP servers, SRT, all sorts of stuff you can do here. And if we go into here and then we go into settings, I can also show you all of your display settings and, you know, switching backlight LEDs. This is where you change it to use as tally lights or battery indicators. So lots of different settings in there. And the stream settings is where you can set up your encoders as well. So if I go into YouTube, you can see I've got encode 2, and this setting, if I go in there, you can see the first one is H.264 1080p 60 frames per second, has 6 megabytes per second. And the other one, encoder 2, is a lot higher at 30 megabytes per second. Now, YouTube would probably only accept lower than that, but I'm just trying things out at the moment. So that's how you change your encoder settings, and you can set up new parameters in there as well. So very easy to set up. It's just really tap and go, really. Nothing really that's hard to do. So switching, if we look at the top screen now, we can switch between the different cameras very easily. So what I want you to imagine is, imagine if you've got this on your run and gun camera, your FX3, and you're streaming a live event, and you run over and then you tap on the FX3. So I'll tap on that there. And then we're recording someone, doing an interview with someone. As soon as they finish, rather than us streaming, us running back to a position, we can then just switch to a different camera until we get back, and then we can switch back to the main, say, FX3. So this is so amazing what you can do with this. I'm trying to stick out the way of this pole. I've got this pole right in front of me. But let's go back to the top-down screen. So it's very simple to use. Here we can record internally. So if we press record, now this is recording to the SD card, which I have installed. And it also has 64 gigabytes of internal memory, but you can boost that with, SD cards as well. And then if I stop that, it will stop all recording, and then it's saved to the album, and that's recorded now in 1080p. So if I go into the album, you can see it's just there. And now, once I've got that, I can actually import this as another stream now. So if I was doing another live stream and I wanted to show some footage from last week, I could actually just bring up that video which we just recorded, put it on a new feed, like tap here, and then go to video clip, SD card, and now I can put that video recording straight into my new feed, which is absolutely amazing. So just a quick overview again of the connections here. So at the top, I've got the USB-C, and that is connected to the television. That's how the feed's coming out. The USB-C is a video feed going out. We've got the 12-volt port here as well. If you don't want to run by batteries, we've got the all the other parts and stuff which I went over earlier, the Ethernet and the quarter 20, etc. With the SD card, you can load all of your footage, your pre-recorded footage, or if there's some media that you want to bring into your stream, again, you can store it on the SD card rather than storing it on the device. And yeah, we've got all of the USB-A's going in. I haven't got any cameras going into the USB-A, but if you've got any other webcams or anything like that, you can put them into the USB-A. But mine are all going in over Wi-Fi and going in over a HDMI. So say if we wanted to record a show now, let's go in and try to record a show. So basically, we are streaming a live football match, yeah? And let me just switch this to full screen so you can see how it looks, external screen, and we'll go clean preview, and then you can see how it looks. So at the moment, it looks quite bland. There's nothing going on apart from you've got the FX3 screen, the image down here at the bottom, okay? So let's go in and tweak this now to make this a lot better. So I'm going to open this feed, going to edit, and then from here we can do lots of things. So this is a previous feed which I brought in before, and I can make this bigger, smaller. I've got all of these options down here which I can crop, flip, transition. I can change the action of what happens when I press it, So many things we can do. So let's get rid of that one for a second. And I need to select that and then bin it. And then let's bring in a new feed. So I hit plus and let's go for a, let's go back. Let's just put back the HDMI one because I haven't got that many feeds on here. So let's bring back the HDMI one. And from there, that's where we can do the cropping and all sorts of stuff if we want to crop out the image and stuff. But I'm going to leave that 16:9 for now. I just want to resize this because it's quite big. And let's just bring that down to the corner and leave that there. And then now you can see the feed is actually in my video. So that could be your presenter talking. We can also go further and add graphics. So I've got a few graphics here already. So if I hit this one here, you can see it pop up on the bottom left of the screen. We can also put in some rolling text there. You can see it says Alt Cinecam. And we can also put in a scoreboard. So let's get rid of these two and then let's put in the score. So you can see it's red 0, blue 0. And the way we do that is we go into the plus button and then we can create new GFX like graphics. And then we can put logos, or we can put social media stuff. We can put a clock. We can do all sorts of stuff here. And that's what I've done with this scoreboard here. So now we've added this scoreboard in. Let's go in and edit that. So just press and hold it, press edit, and we can do all sorts of things like resizing and, you know, moving it around, stuff like that. But let's leave it small for a second. And I want to change something here just so you can see how it's done. So let's go to home and let's change the font size. Let's just do that. And we can change the font size much bigger. You can see it going smaller as well. Yeah. And we can also change the text, the design of it. So let's just put the reds like that. And I'll bring that font size down a bit more. So you can change all sorts of things and you can bring in logos and all sorts of stuff here as well. So we'll just save that for now. And then let's just watch this match. And then here we can see that the guy's just done a nice cross. So let's pause that there. And then we're actually going to draw on the screen so I can give you some guidance of what's going to happen next. So let's get the pen out and then we can draw on the screen. And I'm going to show you that his teammate in blue is actually going to stop the ball and then he's going to get a nice goal straight in now. So let's have a look at what happens. Boom, scored. Absolutely amazing. So this is the kind of stuff what you can do with this OBSBOT talent. I've only brushed over it, all the things that you can do in terms of live streaming, switching, controlling. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic, man. And it's just a great device. So if you're looking to go into, you know, live streaming, well, this looks kind of weird. If you're looking to go into live streaming and you want the easiest way possible, and for someone like me that doesn't know much about live streaming and I'm just learning about it, this is a fantastic device to get started. Now, it's not cheap. This thing costs 1,100 quid. And if you look at most devices, you know, from other brands that do these kind of live switching boxes, they do cost a lot. But what you can do with this, what it does, the recording, the live streaming, the switching, graphics, all sorts of stuff you can have on here is just absolutely amazing. But being able to use this as a monitor, as a handheld monitor on one of my DSLRs as well, and live streaming at the same time whilst getting a good picture, no focus peaking, no false color, stuff like that. Just for live streaming we're talking about. Absolutely fantastic device. So this is the OBSBOT talent. You're going to start seeing a lot of videos pop up now, I would imagine, because it's just been released today. So yeah, go and check them out. Go and see what other people have got to say about it. There's a lot of people out there who've done reviews that are a lot more knowledgeable than I am. So you might get a lot more out of them. I just wanted to show, you know, what I've been using. People have seen it on Instagram and yeah, they've been interested in what I've been using. So that's it. Take care, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Later.